Hello, everyone. Welcome to Smart Investing. My name is Albert, and this is the intro for my second annual conference meeting for the second year. I'm just trying to set up my camera. I do this once a year. There's no particular date. I just, announce it, try to do it the following week or weekend, and go from there. So, my name is Albert. I'm the owner of Smart Investing, the YouTube channel here, and I do investment research. My research is top quality. I am recognized from Bloomberg and other platforms such as Yahoo Finance, based on other sources because of really Bloomberg TV and the hosts uh, and the anchors from those channels. Also, Bloomberg has other channels such as Open Interest and obviously the Closing Bell. I am affiliated with a lot of the anchors from the show, so we collaborate pretty frequently. Other than that, I'll say a past history of mine, which I'll mention old news from what I did from the intro from last year. So my work history, basically, I've done construction when I was in New York. Yes, I'm a former New Yorker. I was born and raised Lower Manhattan, Lower East Side of Manhattan. That is close to actually the financial district. So I'm very familiar with downtown New York, born and raised for over 25 years there until I moved to Florida. So after the 25 years, long story short, I'm just gonna summarize my intro into 15 minutes or less. So when I moved to Florida, uh, I was already an electrical engineer, and then I decided to upgrade my skills and then do uh, maintenance in various buildings. I've done maintenance in nursing homes, hotels, apartments, other various buildings. So, other than doing that, I am fully licensed for my HVAC, so obviously heating and air conditioning. I'm universally licensed in that. I received my license around 2020. I can't remember the month, but yeah, it took me about a year to do that at my own pace online. So I'm pretty much a skilled laborer. Again, I've been doing skilled labor for about, well, when it comes to maintenance, 12 years. But the skilled labor with the maintenance, maintaining a building, so about 15 years already. So other than that, this is how I got started in the financial world. I moved to Florida around 2013. So when I moved, I left everything behind. I wasn't born from a rich family. I think I mentioned that last year, but I'm going to reiterate little bits and pieces of who I am. I'm sure people at Bloomberg are curious as to know who I am, and then they talk from other media people, and then other financial media firms as well, like Yahoo, probably Wall Street Journal. They start hearing about who's this guy from Smart Investing, and Bloomberg gets the inside word because I'm highly affiliated with them. Uh, my loyalty pretty much stands with them because I enjoy their work, and also I did meet Bloomberg at one point, and you know, kind of have similarities. So I'll tell you this: I moved to Florida 2013. I started working in a nursing home. I can't say the name, but I'll say that. Central Florida, right? Picture this. So I start working. When I was doing contract work, there's no such thing as 401k. I'm pretty much self-employed. I moved to Florida. So in Florida, this is my first maintenance building. So I'm maintaining the building, uh, and I noticed, a few months in, whatever, 401k plans come in. looking at these 401k plans, I've heard about them. I've never seen what the listing is for it. I don't know how it works. I don't know who's managing the money. All I'm seeing is just a few papers in front of me. So right away, I'm looking. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm looking at these papers, and I didn't know at the time, but there's no company match. So this is the first time me receiving 401k. Again, there's no platforms out. This is a few years before Robinhood, Webull, eToro, all these retail investment platforms. So I'm looking at it, looking at a list of funds. I could choose 100% allocation and how many funds that I want. So basically, if I choose two funds, let's say JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, I could do only a 50-50 allocation because I'm using two funds. Now, what's involved with that fund? Again, only the manager knows about that. You don't know what's in the fund, who's managing your money. You never speak to these people. Right away, this is what got me into it. Research, facts, data. I look at the paperwork in front of me, screenshot everything. It's about, I don't know, 7-8 pages. Lo and behold, I did not invest in any of those funds. I said, all right, I guess probably gonna work till I'm 70 years old until I figure this out. So I didn't choose any fund. I'm looking at the funds, and again, there's no name attached to these funds. So basically, I just didn't like the fact that somebody else is managing my hard-earned money. I don't know what they're doing with it. I don't know how good they are at what they do for a living. And another basic concept is that there's no transparency, there's no communication, and there's no trust or relationship as to who and why is this person managing my money. So on top of that, they're earning fees, whether they do good or they do bad, any given year, any given quarter. They're just sitting, hanging back, collecting commission, and call it a day. I just didn't like the fact that in my world, I see it as throwing away money. I've been through tough times where sometimes you gotta cut back on expenses, and we're living through hard times, and I've been there, done that, and I just didn't like the fact that I felt like I'm throwing away money, just giving it away. I'm not that type of person. So I'm working at my facility. Let me make sure I'm not over my time. About 8 minutes. So I have about 5 more minutes. So I'm looking at the funds and doing my research. Looked up everything. I was looking up the funds. I was looking at the performance, accuracy, how good they are at turning over or rotating their stocks. If it's not doing well, like performance, everything. It's like they shouldn't be the manager. I felt like the person that is investing should have some control or management, access as to, how your money is working for you. It never sat right with me. Just putting my money, percentage or dollar amount, just giving it away. I just don't do that. I've always pretty much been in control of my decisions. That's not something I really took lightly when it comes to investing. So, lo and behold, a few years later, that's when I heard about Robinhood and all these other platforms. I started learning from these platforms, started doing more research, started doing mentoring, and then the basic thing for me was a lot of it is trust. Uh, People develop relationships in different ways, and for somebody to earn money when they're not really working for you, I mean, it's crazy because it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you're not investing, you're not earning money, and then you get to retirement, yeah, whatever. Or you go to a bank, open an account, still, uh, they can try to match it, but they're not going to give you the highest match. They're not going to give you 5%, maybe 2 or 3%. So other than that, I just, I never liked the idea that, even the type of account, even if I had an IRA, my limit is only like, as of today, what is it, 2025? So at the time, I think it was 5,000 was the cap. So if you went over that cap, you're pretty much penalized. So there's a bunch of rules that feel like you're so limited. It's like limited potential. But then when it comes to Wall Street, it's like anything goes. So anyways, I really had a breakthrough experience as to taking control as to this is my money. I'm not gonna just let anybody have it. And this is how everything came about. And again, I'm not trying to bash Wall Street, but I'll tell you this. When I started in this finance world, retiring, to me, there's no such thing as pensions. The only way you're getting pension is if you're working with the government or the state or maybe the city. Other than that, there are no other companies, private companies, public. These people are not paying pensions. That's something from our grandparents and parents' time. So again, the way to earn money, the availability for money, the way to earn money, some people might do scams and make it seem like do these social media videos and say, this is the easy way. I'm doing social media marketing, whatever, affiliate marketing, or I'm selling on Amazon and this and that, and they're giving you the whole dream. The whole dream works as to make it seem like earning money is easy, and it's not. They're not showing what's in the middle. They're showing the beginning, and then they're showing you the end. They're not showing you what's in the middle, all the hard work that pays off and that goes into it. Again, I understand it's a secret sauce, but transparency, honesty, and trust, they all go hand in hand. And that's what I'm about. A lot of people do lip service. I'm not about that. In my next video, I'm actually going to show you a little insight as to why I think certain things and what I do for a living when it comes to the finance world, how I think on certain things, and then the way I evaluate certain things. I look at it from a certain perspective because I challenge myself. I do things that people won't do. Put it this way, and even this lives on from even when I started 12 years ago. Not just working for me, in general. By a show of hands, whether who's watching this or not, hundreds, I don't know, maybe 50 people or not, by a show of hands, if you really wanted to get involved in the finance world, and your first task was this, I don't care how long it takes you, but if you had to evaluate every single stock in the US market only, 8,000 plus stocks, would you work for somebody like that? Even though you didn't know what their performance rating is, you don't know their return on investment, but just giving you something that seems impossible. That can be possible, it's tedious, but would you do it? 99% of people, well, 99.9% of people would say the hell with it. Guess what? I challenged myself. Look at my YouTube channel. Past 5 years. I said to myself, if I'm going to be the best at doing what I do, I need to know and master this like the back of my hand. And that's exactly what I accepted to do and challenged myself to do. No other channel, and I guarantee you, no other YouTube channel, finance channel, is going to evaluate more than 500 companies. And I'm not talking about the same popular stocks, Nvidia, Facebook, Amazon. I'm talking about sector by sector, stock by stock, name by name. Who do you know that is actually doing what I'm doing right now? And this what led me to believe the first 5 years when I learned from mentors, I studied, I learned technicals, fundamentals, quants. It's a consistent process of learning. That's what it takes to do all this. I'm gonna cut it short because I'm gonna wrap up my time. I have a few more minutes. So anyhow, it's not also about how long you've been doing this kind of work. It's about how good are you at doing your work. I've always been a strong believer in that. I think this is the reason why I'm a leader versus a follower, and I see things from a distant, from a distance, and then it's also a totally different perspective. When I've gone to conferences and big business conferences like Wall Street people conferences, I look at a distance and I see like people saying the same thing. Everybody knows each other, hand in hand, and it's just a different feel. I understand people trying to make money, but from my perspective, I understand it. I respect a few people from Wall Street, but overall, it's just a different dynamic. It's just a totally different dynamic. I feel like I'm in the middle, but if I had to choose again, I'm choosing Main Street over Wall Street. There are people like me that are not good with money, and if they are, the way inflation works, I am not the only American that thinks that inflation is not catching up with wages. It's getting harder for even people to have kids. The relationship with money is something we all have in common, all walks of life, any age, any country, you name it. We have a relationship with money. And it just comes down to, who do you listen to? Who's the best person right now in the world you should be listening to as to what is factual and what is opinion, what is accurate and what is like half accurate, who is actually fact checking what they state, and who is just talking just to get views and popularity and just you know total popularity and world domination, and think I want to be famous and be a TikTok star and this and that. That's not what I do. But I feel like I live in my own world because that's what other people do. When you challenge yourself and you understand the relationship between money, but the relationship with money is not everything. Money is not everything to you. Yes, it's important. Everybody's gonna have their own view. I'm gonna have my own view. Obviously, everybody has their own opinion. Fine, but put it this way:
we spend money differently, we save money differently, we invest differently, and some people just want to be rich, filthy rich, and it comes a time where people don't realize their flaws, and so when that happens, uh, there's an imbalance. There's an imbalance in culture. There's an imbalance in uh, relationships and ties. There's definitely a different dynamic. Even it could be between family. So the relationship with money is even several hundreds of years. It's looked on upon differently. Think about it. When we do our taxes, we are. Uh, some people might see this differently, but the relationship that we have with money is based on what we earn, and we're classified as individuals as to how much we earn when we pay our taxes. Like, for example, net worth, or you earn such and such. You're at the top bracket. Let's say 5 different brackets. High net worth individual. Then, oh, you considered very high class. Uh, just because you have plenty of money doesn't mean that uh, other people are second class citizens, or they have to be treated differently because you don't know them, or you feel that um, they're not as rich as you. And I could even say that, let's say, a millionaire versus a billionaire. Uh, Billionaires, most likely, they all know each other. I get it. That's the class and society we live in. It is what it is. But the thing is, too, they can lose that too. They can lose that wealth as well. Uh, if you look at the movie from Wall Street, they say the relationship that you have with money, it's only a means of transfer. You have your winner and then you have your loser. So I'll leave it at that. So basically, that's all I want to explain is that money is not a means to an end. That is very true from that movie. It's just a means of transfer. So again, ever since I started, I definitely consider myself a winner in the winner circle. I do this on my own. I do investment research. I'm good at what I do. I challenge myself based on what I know, what I see, and the accurate information that I use presented before me based on my sources and my apps and everything that I use. I try to keep things disclosed for personal information because I am a pioneer of scenario analysis, the Main Street indicator, and then also other indicators, but I let it, I've talked about it before, which was a recession indicator. And I gave that one away, a freebie, a few years ago, Bloomberg. I'm sure they liked that. And it was because of the yield curve between the 2 year and the 10 year. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that later on. So, other than that, uh, again, I plan to be a winner this year. I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm doing good for myself. And yeah, I'm going to stay ahead of the game, ahead of Wall Street. I like what I do. Uh, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not claiming to be a billionaire. Nothing. I'm just a regular American, just like you, trying to meet their ends, trying to earn a good living, and just trying to make it in this world. I don't care if I get a million views or not. Even if I don't get 1,000 views, I'm fine with that. Uh, I just want people to recognize that there are good people out there that are trying to do the right thing. I just want to earn a little bit of money just to make a good living for my family, just like a regular American. I'm going to stay humble and very accurate, like I always do, and stick with a lot of humility, honesty, trust, and transparency, like I always do. Hopefully, people can learn from this. I used to say that in my videos, but again, hopefully, people can actually grow personally as well in their finance ventures. So, Other than that, I know this was a long intro, but it was a much needed intro. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next topic for the AI. Again, if you like what you saw or you see throughout my videos, thumbs up, thumbs down, that's fine with me. I barely get any views anyway, but I'm glad I'm recognized by the right people. That's actually Bloomberg, Team Bloomberg over there. You guys know who you are. I'm going to mention the names in my outro, so thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment as well. I take questions as well. There's certain things I can't say because I'm not a financial advisor, but I can help with financial situations where I can't see fit. Again, I can't give advice, but again, I can give my viewpoint on certain financial aspects. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.